Hello, hola, bonjour, konnichiwa, hello, ni hao, I'm Tiger. I'm trying to be more inclusive of other cultures. Today we are going to heal ourselves from toxic whiteness. So, as I was browsing my favorite website, Everyday Feminism, I found this amazing course called Healing from Toxic Whiteness. Now let's take a look at this. No, but for real, this is complete and utter garbage. Side note, a college near me is having protesting classes. Like, what? So it says, if there was ever a time in recent history for white people to take action to end racism, this is it. Well, I want to end racism. Racism sucks. Trump's presidency has shaken white people's understanding of racism to its core. It's revealed what many of people of color have known and have been naming for generations, that the U.S. has deeply normalized white supremacy and is built on a foundation of systematic oppression. Oh, wonderful. Because a man we don't like is president, we're all Klan members. As a white person dedicated to social justice, you knew how racist Trump's campaign was. But perhaps you didn't know how capable so many white people, perhaps including your own family and friends, were of electing him. My mom voted Clinton. My dad didn't vote because, he wasn't legally an American citizen yet. He is now, but that's none of your business. Sorry for that. Anyways, I legally can't vote, and my friends they legally can't vote. I mean, they're in the same age range as me, so of course they can't vote. You may be finding yourself coming to terms with just how prevalent and harmful white supremacy is, and how your white privilege has kept you ignorant and in denial of this reality in the first place. Yes, because white supremacy is so prevalent, the KKK is so powerful, it has around 10,000 members, and is just, everyone loves it. Nobody is against the KKK. And BLM has, I'm guessing, around 100K, but everyone hates them, so it's okay. So, with Trump's policies starting to roll out, you know you want to be fighting alongside people of color, but you also know that you may feel frozen in place by the feelings of shock, confusion, denial, and guilt that many white people have been dealing with since the election. Yes, I feel guilt for white people who voted, even though I legally can't vote. It's understandable for white people to have those feelings as they begin to notice we don't live in a post-racial society, as we've been taught, and how pervasive systematic racism actually is. Yeah, non-white people are so oppressed. Let's leave out the fact that, on average, Asians out-earn white people. You just don't want those feelings to stop you from taking action. I'll take action. Time to virtue signal on Facebook. This starts with not running away from the racism that exists both within yourself and your communities. Instead, it means acknowledging it, and that is a painful process. With our unique, compassionate activism approach, you can learn how to hold that pain of racism in a way that's healing and comes from a place of love and justice. That way, you become increasingly free to take action against white supremacy from a sense of wholeness and shared humanity. There's a lot of problems with that statement. Wholeness? That's extremely ableist and very problematic. What about amputees? And humanity? As an otherkin chipmunk, I feel offended. Once you notice just how insidious and ingrained racism really is, and how often you find yourself unintentionally upholding it, it can feel like your whole worldview is being shaken. As you think about what you personally can do to address racism, you may find yourself wrestling with questions like, how can I make sure I don't accidentally say something that's racist and hurts people I care about? Well, you don't go up to your black friend and yell the N-word at him or something. I know I need to speak up against racism more, but when does speaking up cross the line into speaking over people of color? Honey, if a black person says I'm racist for wearing a purple shirt, Am I supposed to just shut up and listen? What do I do when I discover I've been subconsciously stereotyping and judging people of color? Well, fun fact, everyone judges people. I judge white girls who say the word like every few seconds while drinking their Starbucks with their iPhones. I feel so guilty about having white privilege, but I am really willing. But am I really willing to give up that privilege? Do I even know what that means? How am I even supposed to give up privilege that I can't control? Do I do blackface? Wait, that's actually racist. How can I figure out what I should be doing to fight racism without burdening people of color by constantly asking them what I should do? You know what to do. If someone says the N-word, you're just like, stop it, it's racist. And you move on. How do I deal with the fact that I'm scared to talk to other white people about racism when they often get really angry at me? Well, you stop telling them that they're horrible racists who need to check their privilege. This online training program is based on the compassionate activism approach and is designed to teach you the very healing practices that white supremacy and other forms of systematic oppression desperately don't want you to have. Through this online training program, you'll be able to identify the pains behind your resistance and struggle to take action for racial justice. Well, I don't do racial activism. I mean, if someone's being racist, I'll argue with them, but I don't grab a sign and go to a BLM rally. I really don't like being punched, so... Give your pain the gentle, loving care and attention it deserves, while holding the space for others to do the same. So, go to my safe space. Get back all the time and energy you normally spend on feeling confused, anxious, and angry with yourself and others around racism, and direct them towards taking action instead. Is that what white people do? Geez, white people need to get a life. Stop being scared of discovering how you've been harmful and welcome the opportunity to hold yourself accountable in order to restore loving justice. How am I harmful? By being white? Get alternatives to silencing yourself or coddling other people who are being harmful. Did somebody say coddling? Engage in dialogue with other people without letting fear drive you. I already do that. Help other white people transform their ignorance and defensiveness into greater consciousness and motivation to act in that solidarity with people of color. So brainwash them. Sounds cool. This online social justice training program costs only $97. This all-inclusive fee gives you access to 10 weekly modules that teach you how to integrate compassionate activism into your life, training videos with transcripts, and supplementary training materials including reading, exercises, and guided visualizations, a private Facebook group to connect with other program members and give and get support from like-minded people, lifetime access to the modules for you to do at any time, at your own pace, and as often as you'd like. Free access to all new content and updates from the Healing from Toxic Whiteness program. $97 for this bullcrap? No thanks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe unless you have Alzheimer's. Then telling you not to forget to subscribe would be very ableist. Bye!